Good morning, everybody, and welcome to beautifully sunny, gorgeous Somerset. And you join us here live. It's just gone 11 o'clock on Chaos TV at the Minehead Eye. And we're going to be broadcasting live today from this amazing indoor skate park and community youth hub here in Minehead. And we're going to be meeting lots of lovely people and our friends from Plus's Positive People team who are hosting today's event here in Somerset for their Wellbeing Roadshow, which has been touring around. So it's absolutely great to bring Chaos TV here as well. The Plus team have been out and about on the road for quite a few weeks now, and this is their final stop on the tour. And we've gone all out today, as you'll see over the next couple of hours. It's a beautiful venue they've got here. We've had the pleasure of hanging around here yesterday and today, getting to know people, getting to meet lots of people face to face, which is exciting. And Minehead, I think, is a very lucky to have the Minehead Eye. It's a fantastic asset here in the community. We've got a skate park inside, which we'll take you around a bit later, and we've got the climbing and the bouldering walls as well. There's even a recording studio. There's so much here. And it's such a great place for kids and adults alike to come and enjoy the facilities. And we've certainly had such a lot of fun already, as you're going to find out. And it certainly is, there must be a bonus having a facility like this here in the community. And we're going to be finding out more about this place a little bit later on, as we're going to be speaking to Paul Macton, the Community Development Manager here at Minehead Eye. As you'll see very soon next door, there's quite a lot happening. We've gathered a lot of people together, lots of stall holders today as part of Positive People Roadshow. And if you like, we'll be catching up with some of them a little bit later on. We've got Pudge next door, ready to go to meet the people. A man of the people is our Pudge. But we've got quite a bit to cram into the next few hours. So just to give you a bit of an insight on what's coming up, we're going to be chatting with Plus Positive People team to talk about their roadshow tour. They're going to tell us what they've been up to and where they've been. About 11:30 this morning, we're going to be meeting the Minehead Eye Community Manager, Paul, as we spoke about earlier. And then about 20 to 12, we are going to get all arty with Charlie Mcfarlane. He's the resident graffiti artist. Those of you who've been watching eagerly for the broadcast to start, you would have seen him starting some of his artwork already. We're going to be checking in with him and keeping an eye on that throughout today's broadcast. At 11:45, we've got a VIP joining me on the sofa. Multiple European champion swimmer Caroline Faithful is going to be joining us, so that's quite exciting. Just after midday, about 12:10, our inspirational coach Julie Thompson gives us her top tips on improving well-being. 12:25, we're going to be chatting to Plus's coach Claire Ramsey for her with her participant Mark Smith. And 20 to 1, we're going to be talking digital skills with Chloe from Cosmic. Now, I think, with the power of technology, let's throw next door where Pudge is in the skate park. Pudge.
So we have a packed programme here today, and a little later we'll be catching up with some of the stand holders here to see how things are going. Now, lucky enough, we were able to have a little tour around this marvellous establishment a little earlier today. Let's take a look.
Okay, we are here at the Minehead Eye in beautiful, sunny Somerset. We're going to spend the day here as part of Plus's Positive People Wellbeing Roadshow tour for Somerset. And we're going to have a bit of a nose round now, so come on, let's go. Okay, so coming inside, this building is amazing from the outside. It's an indoor skate park. We're going to see lots of skateboarders, lots of people on scooters. In reception, nice little bit of a shop here where you can buy some cool T-shirts and helmets and safety gear, stuff like that. Reception, Busy as always. It looks pretty cool in there as well. It looks like they're kind of maintaining some skateboards and got stuff for sale, which is cool. But they do more than that here. They deliver a lot of youth services as well, and we're going to talk to some of the staff a little bit later on to kind of get a good idea of what they do. But I'm getting a sense of real heart hub of the community here in Minehead. Just through the door here, we've got the actual skate park. We're going to go in there a little bit later on. But first, we're going to go upstairs. Come on. Okay, we're here at the cafe, nice and colourful. I think we need to order some treats here. Hello. Hi. Here we go. Look, here's Charlie. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Yeah.
So, Charlie, you work here in the cafe. Tell us about kind of what goes on. I imagine this is the heart of the place.
Yeah, so this is my kind of part-time role. I'm also youth outreach worker, so I go into schools, youth clubs and things. But here it gets hectic, yeah, really busy. Parties, there's people coming in every day looking for food and drink. And I'm your gal.
You're the one in the know. So what's happening this afternoon? Because you've got a few groups coming in. As I guess school's about to finish.
Yeah, so every day we do after-school group. So today is one of our local schools of year 3 and 4. Very noisy, so block your ears. And they come in like as an after-school provision till 5 o'clock and do skating, scooting, multiple games. We do a school challenge, so every day they do a competition and the next day that school tries to beat them. Yeah.
Great stuff. And we're going to have a bit of a nose on into the climbing room in a minute. What's your favourite thing on the menu here? I feel like this has got to be...
Oh, well, you're asking a tricky thing because we're in the middle of changing it. But one thing we're keeping is our pizzas, which are very well known in Minehead. Everyone loves our pizzas. They are good.
Well, we know what we're having for dinner. Charlie, thank you so much. We're going to carry on.
Yeah, thanks. Nice to meet you.
Right, let's head on into the climbing wall. Okay, so we're on the indoor climbing room now. How cool is this? Not just skating and scootering. I'm rubbish at climbing. If Alex was here, he would be all over this. But somebody else who you might recognise is already ahead of the game. Right up there, Pudge. You okay? Springy floors, see? Springy floors. He's fine. But how cool is this, an indoor climbing room? We're just adding to the really cool stuff they've got here. At Minehead shall I have a go? No, I can't. I've got a microphone in my hand, sorry. We're going to go one more stop upstairs, and that is the indoor studios, because why wouldn't they have music studios here? Okay, so we're at the music studios now. Come on in to the recording studio. So this is the bit where all the techies live. You might have seen this at the Chaos Gallery. Just have a look. Who's in the music suite right now? Look at him go, look. We'll leave him to it. But yeah, look at this. It's really cool. So soundproof room where they're doing a lot of recording of musical things and probably podcasts as well. And what I love about this is because they do like roller discos as well. So we're at the real top of the building now. You can just see over my shoulder, it looks right down onto the skate park. I don't know if you can see that. How cool is this? A bird's eye view. Yeah, there you go. Amazing. And we're going to have a little wander downstairs now and have a look at the actual skate park itself. Okay, back downstairs. Let's go and look at the main event. It's where all the skating and scooting happens. Okay, here we are inside the main skate park. Here at the Minehead Eye, and what an amazing space this is. A great asset for the community. It's really cool design, got plenty of graffiti on the go, huge amount of kind of ramps and boxes for the guys to really learn their craft and just have fun, really. Yeah, it's fantastic. And I know they do like discos, lots of events in here as well. So we're really looking forward to kind of getting to know the guys here and finding out more. And as you can see, Pudge is having a whale of a time. Anyway, back to the studio.
Fantastic stuff. Now, if you want to get in contact with us during today, you can do so in a couple of ways. We have a WhatsApp on 01872 228844, or of course you can contact us on email, hello@thisischaos.co.uk. Now we're going to go back to Nathan, where I believe he sat on the sofa with our first guest of the day. Over to you, Nathan.
Oh, that's me. Hello. We were just getting comfy here on the sofa. Thank you, Pudge Next Door. It looks good fun there. And a big thank you, of course, to Minehead Eye for letting us come and have a good nose around yesterday. As you can see, it's a fantastic venue. But hey, look, we're here on our little makeshift studio. Obviously, we've packed up our studios in Truro and relocated for the day. And I'm pleased to welcome some lovely guests who are joining me on the sofas. I've got Maxie, Tracy and Dave, who are all community coaches for Plus Positive people here in Somerset. And they've been working very hard to put on this roadshow throughout Somerset. You guys must be exhausted.
Absolutely. Yeah, we have. We started off in Taunton and then we moved across to Glastonbury. We went from Glastonbury to Yeovil, and then from Yeovil to Bridgewater, and this is our very last one, Minehead.
We did go to Frome.
Oh, we did go to Frome as well. Oh gosh, yes, we met the deputy mayor in Frome. Forgot Frome.
It must be really nice for you guys to be able to get back out again, meet people face to face, because I imagine there's so much great stuff happening in Somerset, and also some great people who could really benefit from the Positive People Project.
Yeah, it's vitally important that we get out and about and meet people face to face. It's what people have been craving for a long time. 2 years stuck indoors, waiting to get going. A lot of them want to, renew their skills and move forward and get back into work. So, this has been a perfect opportunity to meet people face to face and find out where it is they want to go.
And you've gathered a good cross-section of the community here today at the Minehead Eye. Tell people who are kind of watching at home what's happening today and why you wanted to put on today's event.
Well, leading on from what David said, it can also be really overwhelming because there is so much going on in Somerset, whether it's community groups or things, events and bits and bobs. So we kind of wanted to bring together loads of support services with a focus on each location, but at the same time it's a real loose kind of just bring everyone together, show people what's going on, and also get our name and what we do get it out there.
So today it's Wellbeing. The focus is on Wellbeing. We have two of our specialist suppliers that are here who we work with, our participants work with. One's Julie Thompson, who I do believe you were talking to later on in the show, who's going to do a lift-up session with the guys that come in today. So that will be the general public that come in who can have a go and see what we actually do offer on positive people. We've also got Jo Sale, who's a wellbeing and health coach. She works on our Steps to Success. So that's an online workshop. So she'll be here as well to tell you exactly what she's doing with us. So that's the wellbeing side. We've also got Step Ladder, which is for men, which is very good about looking at the wellbeing side and the mental health side of things. And we've also got the NHS here as well. So they're looking at mental health and again wellbeing. So it is really focusing on wellbeing and mental health.
So really gathered a lot of great resources and people all under one roof today. Yeah. For people who are watching locally, maybe on the Positive People Facebook page or the Plus Facebook page, what times are you running today? Who can drop in? What's happening around that?
So we've got at 1 o'clock, and that's Julie's inspirational lift-up session. And as I say, everybody can come along and have a go at that and have a chat with her. What else we've got? We've got
free lunch at 12:30 onwards.
Nice.
And obviously snacks and refreshments beforehand. But we've got a climbing wall up and just loads of little niches inside the hall. We can't tell you everything. People got to find out for themselves.
Come along and have a look.
But we're here till 2 p.m. So.
Excellent. A great location as well. David, perhaps you could tell us a little bit more about the Somerset Positive People Project and what makes it different from other projects.
Right, well, we're actually a community-based project. which means that we get our money from the community lottery and from the European Social Fund. So we have a little pot of money that we can help people move into work or take away their barriers, moving them forward. And this can be through well-being, through their mental health well-being, and also we can help with helping them get back into education. A lot of them fall out of school and they want to go back and retake their exams. We can also help them with retraining as well. So we can look at all of those. We fund all of those. So therefore there's no cost to the participants at all.
Brilliant stuff. And obviously the UK is going through quite a lot of challenges at the moment. People are really struggling at the moment. Are there any specific problems here in Somerset that you guys can help people with on their journey back to work? Wellbeing, of course, is a huge focus today.
Yes, it's a massive problem, and we think that over the last couple of years it's grown exponentially as well, that the amount of people that are requiring mental health help with a lot of stress and depression, a lot of things that have gone wrong over the last couple of years because people can't get out and about. We can offer them a little bit of light there, where we can give them the help with using our specialist providers, rather like Julie and Joe. We can help them get over a lot of their issues that they've got, and we can move them gently back into where they want to go, be it training or education or back into employment.
There's so much on offer, so it really is a great opportunity for people to kind of reach out and get in contact with you guys and see how you can help. As we said, you guys have been on tour on your Roadshow, and it must have been great getting back out in the community. Any particular highlights or any favourite moments that you guys have kind of experienced on your time?
I think my favourite moment was Mark Smith, who I do believe is actually going to be talking to you with Claire later on. He's such an ambassador for positive people. He's been along to several of the road shows, and he has got so much courage about putting out there about the learning disability side of things. So at the Bridgewater road show, he did a signing day, and it was absolutely phenomenal. It was brilliant. He really is so good, and you'll see the character he is when you meet him later on. So that was one of my highlights. The other one was in Glastonbury. I was out putting a sign up ready to start, and I had this guy come along and say to me, "Do you want anyone to play the saxophone?" And I said, "Yeah, okay." Then he said, "Because he said, because I'm free and I'll come in and I'll play." And he came into the church and he played the saxophone for us. It was absolutely brilliant, and it just goes to show it's all about working with the community. So, you know, like we've all said, it's like unity in the community, working with them, and we show what we've got, but we work with the community as well, and all those projects. Have you got any highlights, guys?
I wanted to go off the community thing, but just, like Tracy and I would have been hanging up a poster, I think it was Bridgewater maybe, and just a lady came along and asked us, what's this all about? When can I come in? This sounds like something I need, or someone she knew needed. And it's just something like that. It's so impromptu and so kind of, it can happen anywhere, anytime, but that's what it's all about. It's all about unity in the community, bringing people together from all walks of life, anywhere, and just allowing them to start that process of whether it's confidence building or just getting their mojo back, getting their lives back on track in whatever shape or form they need and want. So I think it's all been fab for me.
I think my favourite moments have been several really, but looking back on all 6 workshops that we've done, there have been so many people that we have helped in the past that come along to these workshops and they open up to us and they tell us, you know, just how they feel now and how far they've come. I had one this morning, it came up, put his hand on my shoulder and said, "I'd just like to thank positive people for everything they've done. Without their help, I wouldn't be here today. And I think that is very, very telling.
Yeah.
It's powerful.
I was just going to say, how does that make you guys feel? Because, you know, you guys are out meeting the people and you've got the good word to say, but that's really powerful stuff.
It is.
It is. I mean, the amount of effect that we do have, a profound effect on people's lives that move them from their dark days through a lot of change that we can help them with, our inspirational motivators that we have, our counsellors that we can put them to. It changes their world and it gives them a completely different outlook on life.
Yeah.
And to see them, you know, years down the line, to see how they've changed and what they're doing now. Some of them have gone into businesses on their own. Some of them have got completely different jobs now. Some of them have just, you know, changed their lives and are now progressing. We've had people where they haven't been able to step out their house and we've managed to help them with that. They're now actually, you know, moving along and living a really normal life.
Yeah, and I suppose you could say we are a bespoke programme, so we can work with the participant, what they actually want to achieve and how they want to move forward, how quickly they want to move forward. That's how we work with them. As I say, it is very bespoke. It's working with that participant.
So get in touch. This is what we're saying, please. You'll see contact details at the bottom of the screen today, how you can reach out and get involved. Guys, it's been a pleasure talking to you. We've got to move on. We've got quite a lot to squeeze in today, but absolute pleasure. Thank you for
We just have one little thing that we say, don't we? 1, 2, 3.
Unity in the community.
Nice. That's today's catchphrase, please.
Thank you, Nathan.
Thank you, guys. Bye. Right, so as we said, the Somerset Roadshows have been focusing on different themes, and one of the stops on the tour was in Glastonbury, and they were focusing on sustainability and skills. So let's take a look and see how they got on.
Hello, my name's Joshua. I live in Glastonbury and I mostly work in recycled materials. I like to not spend anything on my arts materials, so I go around my room looking for bits and pieces of fabric, magazines, and just mould it all together into something artful. And it's amazing what you can actually make with bits of scrap and rubbish bits you got around, which helps recycling. So this is a sign I've been making for Positive People today, which is basically using bits of collage, loads of little intricate little pieces I've cut out of a book, and basically making a sign for them to promote positive people, and then they're going to keep it in the church afterwards as a sign to be used each week, I think. And anyone can come and help fill in the bits.
Hi, I'm Bridget. I'm an art therapist, and Positive People asked me to work with some people who may not find that counselling, talking therapy is quite right for them and might like to use art in their mental health support.
The Lift Up session is the workshop that I do with Positive People, and really what we're here to do today is to lift up our hearts, lift up our thoughts, lift up our energy, lift up our joy, lift up our self-worth, and go out into the world to do what we want to do.
Welcome back. As you can see, it's quite busy here now. Lots of people milling around. And tell us a little bit more about this fantastic venue. I'm pleased to be joined by Paul, the Minehead Eye Community Manager. Thanks for joining us, Paul.
That's quite right. Yeah, this place is an amazing facility for us. Started back 2004, 2005. It was just a great, believe it or not, I was a young person. There was a group of us just thought, wouldn't it be amazing if we had a facility like that in little old West Somerset? We wrote a silly bid, which we thought we had absolutely no chance of getting through. Then we found out we were awarded 3.4 million to build this place. It was finally built 2010. 12 years on, we're going bigger and stronger than we've ever been, really. So we're a community interest company, which is amazing. So we've got grants from the lottery, as well as we've got 950 members from local public, that from the range of skating and music studio to climbing walls, old people's choirs, parent and toddler groups. Yeah, you name it, we do it now.
That's really amazing. What would you say was the sort of major barriers, sort of roadblocks for the Minehead community themselves these days?
Well, for us, what's been noted, and it kind of, West Somerset is the most socially immobile area of the country. So out of 324 local authorities, West Somerset came 324th, which shocked us all, and it made us realise actually we don't have services. We haven't got a hospital, we haven't got a driving centre. We haven't really got bus stations. So those young people really are stuck. So they go to a college at 7 in the morning because the bus takes you to Bridgewater and Taunton, which is over an hour. They get home about 7 o'clock at night. There's nothing for them to do. So for us, transport is huge. So what we've done as a model, we've got 7 youth clubs dotted around West Somerset that we run, we deliver. We've got a minibus. So we either take our facilities out to them, like we've got a mobile skate ramp, that type of stuff, lots of sports kits, or we go and collect them and bring them into here. It's kind of the only way it can work for these guys. It's just too expensive otherwise. But what we've brought to young people in West Somerset, they are truly grateful for now, and we love it. It's brilliant.
I mean, it is fantastic, and we've obviously had a little tour around here recently. Could you tell us a little bit about the facilities that you have here, right, in the Minehead Eye?
Yeah, by all means. I mean, it's just got broader and broader for us. So you're stood at the moment, the wow factor bit is the indoor skate park. We're the only indoor skate park in Somerset. In addition to the skate park, we've got a climbing wall, we've got a music studio, a DJ booth, IT suite, we've got a fitness and drama studio, a massive great cafe which is used for just about anything and everything, from, like, say, parent and toddler groups. We do things like fundamentals, choirs, we do trampolining, Nerf wars, believe it or not, birthday parties galore. So you can imagine our most favourite birthday party is Nerf wars. So in here, lots of barriers up, 25 guns, lots of kids just shooting at each other in a safe way, I've got to say. But I mean, we are so broad in what we do because we've got such a range of facilities.
I mean, you can definitely get me involved in the Nerf wars, I'll tell you that right now. But it is fantastic to have that range, both for physical and mental health, issues, and to help us sort of progress ourselves wherever we are. How important would you say this is to the Minehead community?
I personally believe we are the West Somerset community hub for the area. So in addition to the facilities we have here, we've got 12 fully qualified youth workers and we've got 2 counsellors. So the whole health and wellbeing is vital to us. So we are a service across West Somerset. We are that community hub. Okay, we house those facilities and activities here, but I've got a team of professionals that work within the schools, within the communities, and it's vital. We know from COVID, we carried on operating throughout COVID, and communities are truly grateful for that. Now we work within those really rural spaces as well as the local schools. It's put us in a stronger position, and I think young people really, really appreciate us now.
Absolutely. Paul, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it. If you fancy trying out any of the activities going on here, then get yourselves down to the Minehead Eye and give it a go. Now we're going to hear about a great project that Paul knows all about, which recently launched and is a partnership between the Minehead Eye and Home Start West Somerset called Kite, which gives families in the community opportunities to upskill. Let's take a look.
I'm Claire, manager of the charity Home Start West Somerset.
Hi, I'm Paul. I manage Minehead, a youth and community organisation in West Somerset.
And both the organisations, the Home Start and Minehead, collaborated recently to produce a brand new project called Kite. This came about because we felt
there was a need. There's a struggle for families in West Somerset. There are many barriers, transport links, poverty, seasonal work makes it very difficult for the families we work with to go on and achieve. Aspirations are low because of this. Kite and our tagline, Together We'll Fly, it is all about working with families to achieve more, to aspire to what they should be able to achieve, empowering and upskilling the families that we see every day.
Hello, my name is Mayor Clayton and I'm the new Kite coordinator. Plus really helped me with their mentorship program. So I moved down here when I was pregnant with my little girl who's now 3, and I didn't know many people in the area, and I just left a quite successful career to move to the countryside and have a better quality of life. I found myself fairly isolated and I needed just a little bit of help to motivate me to get back to finding something that I really wanted to do. So Plus really helped me with the one-on-one mentoring. They set me up to do a social media management course, which I'm using now in my current role as a coordinator for Kite. It's been a really invaluable experience, and I just want to say that they're great. So inside today we've got a really great range of family support services. So we've got Mind in there, we've got the PFSAs, we've got Home Start, but we've also got loads of really fun activities going on. So there's a new climbing wall that got built in the first lockdown. So the members of the public are getting a chance to go up there, see if they like it, and then they can come back and do the climbing courses. We've got the VR headsets going on. We've got a whole toddler area, bouncy castle, sensory room. So there's something for everyone in there. If you haven't had a chance to come along today, then what I would say is go on to www.kitewestsomerset.co.uk and you can see what Kite's all about. Follow through to social media links and it will tell you everything you need to know about Kite.
And great to see collaboration between the Minehead and Home Start West Cornwall, which is really benefiting the community here. So coming up soon, we will be speaking to our special guest today, Caroline Faithful, a multiple award-winning European champion swimmer. So stay tuned with us for that. Now I'm joined by Charlie Mcfarlane, the resident graffiti artist, who is busy painting away and hopefully creating a nice bit of artwork, and it is looking fantastic already, I must say. Thank you very much for joining us today. This is, I believe, inspired by today's Positive People Roadshow, isn't it?
Yeah, very good message, positive people. I try to get positive artwork in all my designs. It's quite important for me to remain positive.
So it looks like you're actually getting on quite a bit there already. I mean, how much have you got to go now? How's it getting on?
I'm just basically freestyling this piece from... I started this morning, I sprayed the background just to give myself a head start, and then I've been using these pens, which are paint pens, and you can crack on pretty fast with them. They're very forgiving and you can cover them up and they're fast to work with.
Fantastic. Now, I understand you're going to be creating a bit of art inspired for the Positive People Wellbeing theme today. Do you have a plan, or is it just going with the flow? Is there any kind of plan at all, or...?
No plan, I'm going to freestyle it. It's good for my mental well-being to let it unfold as it comes. It's a sense of well-being for me and meditation.
It's fantastic. So it doesn't only help other people who are able to come along and enjoy your work, but helps you at the same time.
Yes, personal help is always good for your well-being.
That's really fantastic. So how did you? It's not exactly something you see as a trainable art form, is it? How did you find yourself going into graffiti artwork?
I learned about graffiti at school from some naughty boys at school, taught me, and I've loved it ever since. I've always been doing it, and since I've come to West Somerset, I've been able to teach the youngsters graffiti, which is very empowering for me.
Fantastic. What I find interesting right now is I think there's a common sort of stereotype. People think of graffiti, they think of spray cans, it getting a bit smelly, the chemicals, that kind of thing. You're here today using a lot of pens. How does that come about? Is that just as much involved with graffiti as the sort of the stereotype you would think about?
Yeah, I mean, these pens are basically the same principles using a spray can. You can blend them, you can put them on top of each other. They're opaque, they're not toxic, they're water-based, so it's great for the environment and for kids to use and for me to use. Still get it on your hands, though.
I think that's just how it goes, isn't it, with this kind of thing? It's fantastic to see such a positive view on it, which I think is still becoming a more positive thing nowadays to see graffiti like this. I know back at Chaos we've recently had our building graffiti arted over. It looks fantastic. So the theme of today's show obviously is well-being, and you've told us it helps you as well, which I completely understand. Could you tell us why taking part in a creative activity like this is so good for your well-being?
I think just purely because you're living in the moment, you're in the here and now, your anxieties are put to sleep for a little bit, and you're just concentrating on the task in hand, and that's very calming for you as a person.
Fantastic. Well, one last question, if you wouldn't mind, just I'll let you get on with your work after. How can people find out more about your classes? Where can people find you? This is kind of your chance to sort of come and find you.
I do graffiti workshops here at the Minehead generally in the school holidays, and I do classes from 5 to 85-year-olds, so mixed classes. You can find and book on the Minehead website. My name's Charlie Mcfarlane, and I'm on all social media, and my website is charliemcfarlane.com.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much. We'll let you get back on with work now. Appreciate you giving us your time. Is looking forward to seeing the end result as well. We're now going to go back to Nathan, who I believe is with a very special guest.
Thank you, Pudge. It's all going on next door. If you just tuned in, welcome along. You are watching Chaos TV. We're live in Somerset today as the Plus Positive People Wellbeing Roadshow. If you want to get in touch, if you've got any questions, if you'd like to say hello, we'd love to hear from you today. If you're watching on Facebook, you can just comment below and we'll pick that up. Or you can send us a WhatsApp message if you like. The number is 01872 228844. You'll also see it at the bottom of your screen as well in a little ticker bar, or you can email hello@thisischaos.co.uk. Now I'm joined with a very special guest here from Somerset, award-winning swimming champion from Taunton, Caroline Faithful. Caroline has been in the GB team for 9 years and has been representing GB in 3 European Championships and 4 World Championships, and has 196 medals, and recently winning 6 medals at the European Down Syndrome Open Swimming Championships. Caroline, amazing. A pleasure to have you on the show today. Thank you for joining us.
And you too.
So, first of all, congratulations on winning 6 medals, which you've kindly brought with you, I believe, today.
We've just realised we've left them in the car.
Oh, they're in the car. Well, we'll definitely have to get a nice picture of them later on. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about what involved you in your preparation and training for this event.
So, I train 4 times a week. So, in a main team club in Taunton. And once a month I go to a disability swimming club in Reading, where other member of the DB team trains. So also for the DB team, 1 to 4 training weekends in training camps per year in various parts throughout the UK, basically, where we train specific DB coaches. We focus on both racing technique and also line training.
Fantastic. And When did you first become interested in swimming? What did kind of got your passion ignited in getting in the pool?
Well, what did we say, Caroline? We said...
I started swimming with my twin sister Lizzie at a local swimming pool when I was very little. I was about 4. My mum, because of my mum, wanted to make sure we were safe in the water. When we lived in Harrogate, there was a pool, had a disability team which joined over the time, began to get involved in competitions, mostly in Northern England. And one of the competitions there was someone for the DB team. He spoke to my parents and said he thought it would be good for me to try for the DB team. So that meant that I have competed in a number of competitions every year to achieve certain times, which I did, and therefore got on the team, and that was in 2012.
Fantastic. 196 medals. Mum and Dad, where do you keep them?
Oh. Well, some are on display, and some, unfortunately, are just in a box.
Some of them I have got actually at my dad's house in Taunton.
Yes.
So you've got your favourites by the sounds of it. The favourite ones go out on display,
Yes.
other ones maybe in a box.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Yes.
Amazing. I imagine health and well-being is quite important to you. Can you tell us a little bit about your fitness regime and what does an average week involve for you? I imagine a lot of time in the water.
Okay.
So as I said, I swim 4 times a week in Taunton. There isn't a disability squad locally, so I joined a mainstream team. Additionally, I run most mornings, and also do exercise activities at home, such as a Davina McCall, and also I do Pilates as well.
Wow.
So every 4th Saturday, I go to Reading, where an ex-Down syndrome DB coach runs a squad. So that is good because he knows more about events.
Fantastic. And I guess diet is quite important to you as well, an important factor. How do you manage that, and do you follow a specific diet? I know I've been trying to lose weight. It's hard.
I don't follow a particular diet, but I am quite careful about what I eat. I do eat healthy foods, but do not have a lot of fat or sugar in them. I sometimes eat like clips of fried food, although I do like a bacon sandwich at weekends.
Ooh, yes, you've got to have a little treat every now and then.
Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
My favourite foods are mostly roast dinners.
Rob, do you make a good roast dinner?
Or a casserole with plenty of vegetables and potatoes. I don't really eat sweets, although I do like chocolate, but only a little bit. I occasionally share a muffin with my dad after work on a Thursday, but often than that, I don't often have cake.
Not a fan of cake.
Oh, she would be a fan of cake. But
just can't have a lot of cake. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah.
She's very disciplined, actually.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, you sound very disciplined in your diet. Well done, yeah. So, of course, competing in all these competitions must take you all over the place. Would you tell us some of the places that swimming's taken you and where it might take you in the future?
Yep. There we go, let's have a look. Nope. There we go.
Okay. I have competed nationally and internationally. I have represented Great Britain in 3 European Championships and 4 championships, winning medals each time. I've competed in Paris, Mexico, Italy, Sardinia and Canada.
Amazing.
I was a team captain for 2 years. I was proud to receive the Best Team Awards on behalf of the team. At the European Championships in Sardinia in 2019, that was our last international competition before lockdown. Sardinia is a beautiful place with nice beaches and the weather was great. We meet a lot of lovely people from all over the world. When we are in the pool, we are competing, but once we are out, we all become friends. The competitions usually last a week, but we always get a day off in the middle. So we can see some of the local area, which is nice. The last day of competition was quite fun. Once the races are over, the coaches always have a race. Quite often they dress up for it. We also have a big dinner and a dance on the last night. I don't have a favourite place, but just being nice to see different people and try different foods.
Fantastic. And did you enjoy the travel? Do you enjoy the getting to go all over the world? It sounds like you've been to some amazing places.
Yeah, you actually you quite like watching films on planes, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I actually love it.
Caroline's a big film buff, aren't you?
Excellent.
Especially on Channel 5 on TV, on the days I'm not working.
I love it, I love it. Well, you must be incredibly proud of your achievements.
Definitely.
How does it make you feel that you're inspiring others to try competitive sports like swimming?
I think it's important to help people feel positive about themselves. When people have a disability, it's easy for others to put you down and for you to feel as though you are worthless. But any disability is only a little part of who you are. I think it's important to show others that when we put the effort in, we can do anything we put our minds to. I've done all sorts of things that lots of other people haven't. I have competed in a lot of different countries and met some lovely people. If we believe people that say we can't do something and we never try, then they will be right. But if we say, I am going to have a go, then try, then we achieve a lot. My favourite saying is believe in yourself.
I love how passionate you are about this and some great words of wisdom there. And being such an inspiration must have led to the amazing achievement of you becoming an International Sports Personality of the Year back in 2017. Tell me more about that. How did that happen?
Yeah, that is in 2017. I received International Sports Personality of the Year in the event supported by Sir Don Majeski, who is a billionaire owner of the Reading Football Club and owner of Majestic Stadium there. The nominations are for anyone involved in the sport in Reading, both mainstream and disability. As I train in Reading, I was nominated for my success in the European Championships in Florence. The previous year, I was the highest female medal winner in the team. We were invited to a very posh dinner and all the nominations were there. You didn't know who is going to win until they read the names out. It was very emotional. I received a very lovely glass trophy with my name engraved on it. We didn't bring it today because my mum was worried that it might be broken.
And we'd have left it in the car anyway.
Or in a box somewhere. Well, that's amazing. You must be so proud of that. And you must have been so nervous on the night, not knowing.
Yeah, because I was literally the last category to be brought up.
So right at the end.
So right near the end. But when they said my name, I thought, are you sure? Are you joking? Did you get the right name? And I thought, oh, I hope they spelled my surname right. Because obviously you can see they've got 2 L's at the end of my name. So I was like, I hope they got it right. But when I got that, I thought they could say, do you want to say a few things? But if they did, I would say thank you to my family, myself, making myself proud of the team. Because we didn't get into that bit, because we didn't have enough time, because we got more trophies coming out and all sorts. So the moment I sat down, I ran to my mum and my dad and my sister. They were so happy. And when I got to see them, I got emotional.
Yeah. Oh, I think everyone would. And family, friends, teammates, it was a win for everybody.
Yeah, because one of my coaches was there as well, so it was quite good.
That's amazing. So do you think that the success of the British Swimming Championships for Down syndrome athletes will pave the way for it to be included in future Paralympics?
There you go. We are trying hard for it to be included in the Paralympics. There are all sorts of complicated reasons why it isn't at the moment, but we are trying and think it won't be long before it is.
Yeah, here, I agree. I think that's. I think it sounds like there's some fantastic championships and athletes paving the way for it to be included. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you today. Thank you so much for coming to join us. Have you got any words of wisdom or advice for young people who might be wanting to take up the sport or get into the pool? I feel like sometimes living in the southwest, we're quite small in terms of the grand scheme of the world, but you're proof that anyone can, if they've got the passion, the dedication to pave the way for what they want to do and take their passion international.
It's not just about swimming. If you want to do anything, if you've got a dream to do something, you chase after that dream, you go for it. You can't, it won't stop you from believing in yourself, because if you've got a dream, so you want to be a lawyer or you want to swim or be anything, you go for it and you chase after it. If say you wanting to be a singer or something, go for it, because you never know. You can't just stop your dream because if you've got a confidence issue, you just need to take a few minutes, breathe. Yes, you will be nervous at first, but when you get into it, it'll be absolutely perfect, and you just go for it.
I love it. That's great advice. And finally, what's next for you, Carolyn? What are you hoping to achieve next? I mean, there can't be many more medals you can win.
There's a few more spaces in the box.
Excellent. I like this.
Yeah.
So last weekend, I was at a competition in Nottingham, where I got the times and needed for selection for the World Championships, which are in Portugal in October. So the next big goal, there is a training weekend this weekend in Nottingham, and there will be a few small competitions before October to keep me competition ready.
Well, we wish you all the best of luck, and thank you so much for spending the time coming to visit us here today in Minehead and here on Chaos TV and sharing your experiences. We wish you all the best. Good luck.
Can I just mention something?
Of course you can.
Actually, the GB swimming team, Down syndrome GB swimming team, are actually hosting a championships in November in Crawley. Now, what they're trying to do is get more people with Down syndrome involved in swimming, and they're saying anybody who can swim 25 metres really should be looking at competing.
Okay.
So if anybody's interested in getting involved in the team, if they look up DSGB swimming team on YouTube or Google or whatever it is, they will find links to the team and what needs to be done and how they can do it.
Fantastic.
The more people that get involved in it, then hopefully that will push more resources to go into training people.
So a real pathway in for people wanting to explore getting into the sport.
Yes,
brilliant.
And the people here have got my email address. If anybody wants to get in contact, we can put more details that way.
Brilliant. There we go. You've got no excuse. Thank you so much for joining us today. Absolute pleasure.
It's been an honour and I'm really grateful for this.
Excellent. I believe we can take a little break now. Don't forget, keep your messages coming in. If you want to get in touch, comment below on Facebook, wherever you're watching from today, or you can at us at Chaos TV UK, or our WhatsApp is 01872 228844. Stay tuned. We'll be back very soon. Welcome back to the Minehead Eye. We are celebrating the Plus Positive People Somerset Wellbeing Roadshow today. And we're live here in Somerset at the Minehead Eye. Glorious weather outside. and we're having good fun meeting a lot of people and getting to know what's been happening on the Roadshow. Keep your messages coming in, as we said. I believe we're going to go and throw over to Pudge now, who is in the thick of it next door with all our stall holders. Pudge, what you saying?
How things are going, and I'm hoping if I can just take a few very careful steps backward, we can come to the NHS stand and say hello to this lovely lady. What's your name? What do you do?
Hi, I'm Sean and I work for SWAPS, which is an NHS scheme to get people into work from wherever they are if they're unemployed. And should I talk to you? Or yeah, I'm talking to you rather than the camera. Is that right? Yes.
Thank you very much. And can I ask you as well, sir, what's your name?
My name's Mark. I'm here with the SWAPS programme. I am currently on the programme going through my training towards becoming a HCA.
Fantastic. So, I mean, that already shows that things must be going well if you're on the programme as well as advertising the programme. Could you tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, it's brilliant. I was introduced to the SWAPS programme by positive people. Been out of work for 18 months. Well, I closed my business 18 months ago. Suffering with mental health issues. Was afraid to go out the door and talk to anyone. Got in touch with SWAPS, was on the Tuesday. I started the course the following Monday and have never looked back since. I was originally coming on as a vaccinator to put the needle in your arm, but have chosen a different route now. I'm actually going in as a healthcare assistant probably in pre and post-surgical wards.
My goodness me. So, I mean, that's a quick turnaround as well from having contacted and then immediately on to working as well. Has it been really good for you?
Oh, been the best thing I've ever done. It's if I can recommend it to anyone that's got any issues, it is one of the best things you can do. You know, for 3 weeks of free training, and the training is second to none. You know, you get all the support, you get excellent people to work with, and it feels like joining a family. It really does.
That's fantastic. Now, can I ask you, how have things been? Has there been much interest today?
I think people are very, very interested, particularly as it's a free programme and it gets you into the opportunity of working in the NHS. Nice thing about that is you can just do shift work if that's what you require to get yourself back into the business of working, or it can move on to permanent and fixed term contracts as well. So across
Plenty of opportunity then. Fantastic. Thank you both very much for chatting. We're going to move on. Obviously, time is short. We'll see you again shortly. Let's see who we've got here who we can chat to. Shall we move over here to this lady? Hello, how are you doing? I see we've got a bit of monopoly here, actually. Could you tell us a bit what's going on?
It's called Budget to Budget, and it's one of the free courses that we run. I work for Navigate Charity.
Fantastic. So what's the, give us the rundown of this Monopoly board. Is it a sort of, I'm going to have a guess here, it's a bit of an idea of how life really is a little bit really, obviously considering how things are financially these days. Am I right?
Yep, completely. So the learners take a persona and they're given a budget and how much they spend. They go around the board. They can borrow money. They get letters about, it could be good things, it could be bad things. Chance is the same, and emergencies that crop up. And while we're playing the game and we're training and helping people create a budget for themselves, but we also do training on benefits and transferable skills and how to make financial decisions, what sort of decision maker you are.
That's fantastic. Some kind of training really that you don't really sort of see these days. I think it's something that's required more, wouldn't you think?
Definitely, yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for your time. We'll leave you to it. We're going to move on now. Let's see who we've got. I can see somebody over here with a bit of time, maybe. A big hello to you. Thank you very much for coming in today. Could you tell us a little bit about what you're doing here?
Hi, I'm with Health Watch Somerset, and we are the independent voice of the people, so people can give their feedback about any publicly funded health and social services. We anonymise it and then we feed it back to services and also to people who commission the services and who fund them as well, and the NHS. So we're here for you. We signpost if you need any help in navigating your way through some of the complicated health and social services. You can call us free or you can go on our website, and we also do targeted research projects as well based on what we hear through our general feedback.
Fantastic. And is it safe to say that you don't just talk about the negatives that people have had, but the positives as well?
Oh, absolutely. We love to hear about positive experiences. We love to highlight the services that are doing really well. It's good for the service and it's good for the people to know that actually they're going to get a really good service if they use somebody who's had some positive feedback.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for your time today. I hope everything's going well. We will catch up with you a little bit later. Thank you. And I think we've got time to go over to one more stand. I'm going to have to be rude now, and I'm going to have to interrupt, I'm afraid. And I don't want to be very rude, but I'm going to just sort of come in and go, hello, what's your name? What are you doing?
Hey, I'm Becky Wright, and I run New Leaf Life Design. I'm here talking about all things wellbeing, SME and wellbeing.
All things wellbeing. So could you give us a little bit of a rundown on some of the specifics you've got here?
Yeah, sure. So we're promoting a kind of SME wellbeing pledge for Somerset, which is we want all businesses to sign up to. And then we're going to ask them to commit to do things within the company for the wellbeing of themselves. Let's not forget ourselves, and for everyone else. We're also promoting our mental health first aid training and our half-day courses. And really, we're just promoting all things around trying to encourage Somerset to become the wellbeing capital of the UK. What's not to love?
Big words there, wellbeing capital, but why not shoot for the stars on it?
Come on, let's do it.
Fantastic stuff. Now, guys, don't forget, if you want to get in contact about any of the issues coming on here today, please don't hesitate. Give us a WhatsApp on 01872 228844 or give us an email on hello@thisischaos.co.uk. Now, I believe Nathan's ready with our next guest over on the sofa.
Thank you, Pudge. Looking very busy in there. Great to hear from some of the stall holders there as well. So much going on here in Minehead. Today's Wellbeing Roadshow is being run by Plus's Positive People, and I'm very pleased to be joined by Julie, an inspirational coach with Positive People, and her participant Emma. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you so much for joining us on the sofa.
You're welcome.
We were just saying what the twos mean.
Yeah.
For people who don't know, and we've not explained this, so good spotting. Chaos TV is 2 years old today, so we've been doing this for 2 years. So thank you.
We should applaud you.
Yeah,
happy birthday.
That's very kind. Very kind. So Julie, let's start off. Tell us a bit about your role as a specialist partner for Plus and how you help support participants on the Positive People programme.
So as you've said, thank you, Nathan, for introducing that. I'm inspirational coach and mentor. So I do workshops, but one of the greatest things I do, I love with all my passion, is the one-to-one work. So I'm doing mentoring work with lovely Emma, who's here today. So that's what I'm doing. It's all about upliftment, self-empowerment, helping people to be everything that they are. That's what I love about this work.
I love it. And this is very much an important part of people's journey back to work, isn't
it? Absolutely. You know, and through my own experience of being made redundant and working in corporate world for many years, and, you know, it was a successful life. And when that changed, you know, and my world basically fell apart, then you have to dig deep as you're going through that journey back to work. But many amazing things can happen along the way.
Yeah.
And that's the point of the work that we do in helping inspire people to go for what they would really like to do. That's such an important part.
Because wellbeing plays a huge part in our journey with employment. And some people might think that people might need extra support because maybe they don't have people they can turn to.
Yeah.
But also I think even if you've got a really good support network, sometimes that's not the right people to talk to.
Yes, because, you know, and sometimes family, because family will, as amazing as that is, but they'll have their idea about what you think you should do, you know, what they think you should do. Well, go for the safe part because, you know, and sometimes it's needed someone to really bring out the heart of what someone wants to do, and it's having that trust, and sometimes being a person who doesn't know you enables that, it facilitates that, shall we say, that a person can open up and just share what they're feeling. That's really amazing.
And you said you have pulled from your own experience of employment journey. Would you tell us a little bit more about that
sure.
and kind of how you find yourself coaching today?
Yeah. Well, do you know, it's really funny because I say to people when I'm working with them, what do you love to do? And I go, I don't know. What do you find yourself gravitating towards? Where does your interest naturally go? And what I realise, this work that I do now, is basically what I've been doing my whole life. You know, even when I was working in the corporate world, people would come to me to ask my opinion, you know, as to if they're feeling down, and I just love doing that. And I don't know if my manager was happy because, you know, I wasn't paid to do that, but that's what I love to do. So when everything fell apart for me, because I thought I was going back in that world and it didn't happen, and basically money ran out and it went 180 degrees, and it then became about survival. I went on benefits for the first time in my life. So that opened up a new world that I didn't really know what was about, and that was interesting. You know, so all of these different experiences, but keeping that what shall I say, sense of self, listening to me. You'd have lots of opinions, but only you truly know you, yeah? So listening to you, keeping your spirits up, you know, keeping on going. And that's what I did. And the actual job centre said, you know, we love your enthusiasm. We think you should go and meet positive people. And I said, yeah, great. And I went to meet them, and it wasn't to go on a programme, actually. They gave me an opportunity to do my first workshop 2 years ago, just before lockdown, right? And honestly, Nathan, I was like a duck to water. It was like, this is what I was born to do. So that's how it happened, and I just, it was really organic, because I was pulling on all of those experiences that I'd been through. Or how did I keep myself uplifted? You know, how did I keep my fear in check? You know, because my biggest fear was I was going to be homeless. So I had to navigate through all of that, but still keep your spirit up at the same. And sometimes that was really hard, really hard. So now I have that real empathy and understanding and connection with people. And now I understand why I went through all of that. It was like, you could say, my training ground.
That lived experience, isn't it? Yeah. And I think from personal experience and speaking to other partners over the years from Positive People and fantastic participants who've come through, we're not very good as humans at checking ourselves sometimes. Or you started off there saying about asking, what do you enjoy? What is your passion?
Yeah.
And when you think about employment, sometimes you don't necessarily join them together. If I think about leaving school, they sit you down and say, what do you like? Right, go and do this. Later in life, people come unstuck, don't they? If they're not enjoying work, or they've been made unemployed, and that you find yourself really lost sometimes as a person.
Yes, you do, absolutely. And I think it can only be that way. And it takes sometimes just somebody, well, have you thought of something else? And I once asked, I will share this, a lady, I just asked her, what do you love to do? And she said, are you going to laugh at me? I said, no, I won't. What do you love to do? She said, I love ironing. Well, you know what I mean? I hate ironing personally, but the fact I was listening to somebody that loved ironing. And she said, I said to her, is that a job you'd like to do? So she said, yeah, I would. I'd love to do that. All day, she said. So she started to go down the self-employment route of setting up her own ironing. And I watched the change in her, because she came to me quite anxious. She was a lot of anxiety, you know, I've got to find a job, And it was like this beautiful turning point in her where she became excited, and she actually became more confident, you know, because she was guided from within. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah, it's having
guided
someone
from
to
within.
Nurture that, isn't it?
Nurture. Absolutely. And believe in someone. I love to see people flourish. It's a joy. It's a joy. So I'm very, very lucky to do this work.
I love how passionate you are about this. It's so good. Emma, thank you for joining us as well. Tell us a little bit about your situation and how Julie was able to support you on the Positive People programme.
Wow, okay, so I first came in touch with Positive People because I needed to find some work that I wanted to fit around my child. And I've always been my passion's always been to help people and holistics, holistic therapies and mindfulness, teaching, all of those sorts of things, helping people. So when I got in touch with Positive People, and I thought, right, I think I'm going to go self-employed because that gives me the flexibility, I own my own time, I can follow my passion and my dream. And then she said, my change coach said, we have this lady called Julie who is really uplifting and empowering. And I thought, okay. So we first got on a call, and it was like I'd known her ages. And we just chatted, and I kind of explained my ideas and what's my lack of confidence in certain areas. And Julie's just been there the whole time, like the little poof of wind in my sail. If I'm like, do you know what I mean? If I'm having a moment, she's like, I can just hear Julie go, "Oh, you've got this," and it is a journey, and there have been some challenges, but I am very much now in the mindset, what am I learning from this? What am I going to get from this? And it is part of the journey. It's for now, and wellness is so important. Hence, why I'm choosing my self-employed business to be in health and wellness, holistic therapies, and natural products. So,
I think there's a couple of things here. So hitting it off with the right person, someone like Julie, is so important in this situation. I think when a lot of people who maybe have not found themselves in a situation where they need help to get back to work think, oh, it's boring, write a CV on Teams, where actually it's about having a friend almost, isn't it, to support you all the way.
We are like that, it's involved, and I think because obviously our lines of work are perhaps similar in ways that, but even everybody in the Somerset team, they're all wonderful, regardless of whether we're all into the same stuff. They're so passionate for you and enthusiastic for you to be able to achieve.
And tell me about being self-employed, because we had a guest on earlier, and they were saying how popular or the big interest people are wanting to go self-employed. How did that help you in your kind of journey of maybe being anxious around managing time or making your lifestyle fit to, making money?
Well, okay, so I'm on that journey still.
Excellent.
And there's obviously different people in the team that can help you with that, but I'm quite a driven, motivated person anyway, and this is my dream to do it. So how did I manage the time thing? I write lists, I draw diagrams, I draw calendars, and I kind of look, when am I available? The small snippets of time that you might think is wasteful time while the kettle's boiling, take an opportunity there. All those sorts of little tricks that I can fit in. And it's got to work for me, because that's why I need to go down this route, because my family situation calls for flexibility. So now I can truly listen. If I'm in a situation where my home life is different for a while, I can slow it down again, So all the time I'm thinking, how is this going to work best for us? And that's how I'm kind of growing it. So.
And Julie, do you think the tides are changing, but do you think people are more receptive to their well-being and looking after themselves and being empowered to redefine what we think about employability and employment?
Absolutely. I think the last 2 years has been a huge turning point, so it's definitely made, because there was less distractions, wasn't there? We couldn't just go off on holiday and whatever and distract. I don't enjoy my job, but I earn plenty of money, I can go out and do things, so there's that. You could see we've come face to face with ourselves. That's the bigger thing that's going on here, face to face with ourselves. And, we're all about heart, aren't we? We're very much on our spiritual path as well, Aroma and I. So it's all about heart, listening to that guidance, that passion, that gift you've got inside of that. There's a lovely saying, I think it's a Chinese one, and don't quote me, do what you love and the money will follow. Well, we'll let you know. But doing what you love. Oh my God, you know. And as we said earlier with that lady, as you said, Nathan, people think they can't. And I always say this: have your dream, have your goal, have what your aspiration, and you can take other things along the way. Yeah. So I've had to do that sometimes. Take a part-time job along the way, but this is what gets me out of bed on a morning. This is what puts passion in my heart. This is what puts a spring in my step. Yeah, and I couldn't give up on it for the world.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Just quickly, because we're running out of time, we could talk about all day. The energy, I'm loving this. Any top tips for people, as you've both been in circumstances where you've made a change? Any top tips for people watching at home? I mean, obviously, get involved with Positive People Somerset.
Oh, definitely, number one.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Emma, what would you say? Any advice?
I would say investigate it, believe in it, and even if it's a tiny step you're taking towards doing it, celebrate that, because tiny steps build up and then you're eventually there. So, yeah, and I think the world's your oyster, and there are people that can help you, even if you don't know. Yeah, believe. Yeah, exactly.
Love that.
Yeah.
Julie?
Well, following on from that, don't be afraid to ask for help.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a big thing, don't we? Oh, I'll give all the help to everybody in the world. Queue up, I'm there to help you. But I can't ask for help. Why not? Why not? Ask for help. Be kind to yourself. There's days where we need a duvet day and a bar of chocolate and Netflix, isn't there?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So just accept that. There's going to be some days like that. It's all part of the journey, all part of the adventure. You know, the highs, the lows, they've all got something to offer. We learn from them both. Embrace it, enjoy it, nurture, and be kind to yourself.
I love you guys. This is great. Listen, we're out of time. Thank you so much for joining us on the sofa today, and keep up the amazing work. You're both very inspirational people, and I hope you continue to help many more people.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, sticking with us, we've still got a bit more to do before we wrap up here today. As we've spoken about, the Positive People team have been travelling Somerset on their roadshow, and we're going to take another look now at what happened when they stopped off in Bridgewater. Let's take a look.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for supporting the Positive People Roadshow. And welcome to the Town Hall in Bridgewater.
Hi, I'm Gareth. I work for the Somerset Activity and Sports Partnership. We are the active partnership for Somerset. Really simply, our remit is to get people physically active within their local communities, giving them the chance to be active, get the amazing benefits, both physical and mental health benefits of being active, and living healthier, happier lives through physical activity. The project I lead on is called Revive, and it's all about giving people a chance to be active who may be experiencing drug and alcohol addiction issues or mental health challenges. We offer drop-in simple activity sessions to get them moving, where they can be in a new environment and meet some new people, and we also offer them one-to-one mentoring as well. We work together and partner up with Plus. We look to, once people come through to us, we can look to send our participants through to the Positive People coaches, and they can obviously help them and support them getting through to employment or volunteering opportunities. And on the other side of that, the coaches that Plus have will send us participants if they think they'd be a good fit for the Revive programme.
Hi, I'm Claire. I'm the team leader for the Positive People project in Somerset. This is the lovely Mark Smith, and he is one of my participants. So I've been supporting Mark now for a couple of months. And today, Mark, you actually did your first speech at the Positive People Roadshow in Bridgewater. How do you feel it went, Mark?
I feel very good.
Yeah. What did you enjoy about it?
Having loads of people and doing like the signing.
Yeah, so you've been learning some sign language, and who have you been doing that with?
Debs.
Debs from from Definite.
Yeah.
So Definite is one of our specialist providers. Would you like to actually sign something for us today? Thank you.
My name Deb. Sign name Deb. I work with Plus. How? I work with learners who may want to learn British Sign Language, or some learners who want to work and learn signing through total communication. So we help build up confidence, find something that they're interested in, and we promote what positive people do, and generally just try and encourage people to live the life they want.
Hi, I'm Aaron Melly from Slapping Skins, and I travel around the country facilitating drumming workshops with these beautiful African drums from West Africa, the djembe drum, and I love to get everyone participating and involved in creating a good vibe.
My name is Councillor Lee Redmond. I'm lucky enough to be the Mayor of Bridgewater for Bridgewater Town Council. Bridgewater is an amazing place to live. I'm lucky enough to be Mayor of the town. I'm Bridgewater born and bred. It's a diverse community, that's to say the least. We've got young people with needs, we've got young people that are excelling, we've got your older generation that need help and support, and being here today and be able to see the opportunities that are being given is really good. The Plus positive people are doing a really great job. The town hall's full of lovely, interesting areas where people can come and get some really useful information. It's great that we're able to support people this way with the town hall, and I wish them luck with everything they do.
Welcome back. I do hope you're enjoying the show today. We're having lots of fun here in Minehead. Don't forget, you can get in touch if you've got any questions for any of our guests, or if you'd like any information about anything that's been spoken about here on the TV today. We'd love to hear from you. You can comment below if you're watching on Facebook at the moment, or you can send us a WhatsApp. The number is 01872 228844, or you can email as well, hello@thisischaios.co.uk. You'll also find us across social media as well. You can search for @ChaosTV UK. Now, more guests here on the sofa with me. I'm pleased to be joined by Claire Ramsey from the Positive People Somerset team, and participant Mark Smith. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you guys? Enjoying the sunshine?
It's lovely.
It's very nice.
Should we say hello, Mark?
Oh, hello.
Great stuff. Claire, let's start off with you. Tell us a little bit about your role with the Positive People Somerset team and the kind of support that you provide.
Yeah, well, I'm the team leader for Positive People in Somerset, so worked for Plus for many years, so lots of experience, but the support we provide is obviously with all the specialist providers. Some of them are here today, so we do things like sign language, navigate, counselling, art therapy, you name it, we've probably done it, and we can do a lot more. We supply bikes for people if they need to get around, so lots of different interesting support that is on offer. And then we have a team of change coaches that work throughout Somerset, so supporting all our participants. Really great.
I love how busy the Positive People Somerset team have been. That's really coming across from all the guests I've met today. It sounds like you're no exception, you and your team.
Yeah, no, absolutely. They've done an absolutely fantastic job. And, you know, a big shout out to Tracy and Maxie.
Yeah, so for helping to organise all the events in all the different venues.
Yeah, all the road shows throughout
all
the area.
Road shows.
Yeah, so we've done Taunton, we've done Glastonbury,
Yeah.
Frome, Yeovil, Bridgewater, and finally here in Minehead. So brilliant, Mark, isn't it?
Yes.
I believe you've been working with Mark for some time now. Tell us a little bit about the support that you offer Mark, or Mark has been receiving rather, through the Positive People Project.
Well, Mark's been with me now probably a couple of months, haven't you, Mark? And during that time, he's had support from Cosmic, from Chloe,
Yes.
with his IT. So he now has a laptop.
And do my Makaton course with Debs from
Definite.
yes.
So Definite is one of our specialist providers.
I can show you how to sign as well. Like say Eastends, when doing like this, it's team building.
Yeah.
And then we say like good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yeah. And hello.
Hello.
Great. And then what else can we say? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So we've actually funded some total communications support for Mark, because Mark predominantly wants to help other people with learning disabilities that actually can't speak to be able to sign.
The friend I'm doing it for is for the company, for consensus, to do with people like us with learning disabilities. So I want to help the staff how to cope with him, to how to sign it, so they do it in a proper way for them.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so lots of support from the project for Mark. So, and he's been absolutely getting on, and he's actually wants to be an ambassador now for the Positive People Project, and very much promote the learning disabilities side of what we're doing on the project currently.
Nathan, as well, it would be nice to have like more social workers and more support,
yeah.
But they're not at the moment.
And how have you found the support that you've received from the Positive People Project
Very
team?
good. It gets me out of my flat so I could do a bit more.
So what have you been doing, Mark?
The minute.
Do you sign language?
Yeah. And I'm on the laptop computer and doing what we're doing now, talking.
Yeah, and he's also learnt how to use Microsoft Teams, so he can actually communicate with us in different ways, haven't you? So through the lockdowns, and so yeah,
on
it's been
Teams and stuff.
Yeah, Teams, Zoom,
yeah.
You name it, you've probably done it.
Yes, I've
so,
done it.
Yeah, really, really great support. And
so I would like to thank Claire for helping me, and in the team like Tracy, Maxine, Laura, like everyone, and everyone's here today to what's the word?
To help.
No, like all the providers of the different
the
people.
specialist providers. Yeah.
And Mark, you've been to a lot of the road shows. We've been hearing about the road shows. You've been to four of them.
Yeah.
And then missed about 2.
Yeah. You did the first one down in Taunton. So the launch.
Then it was Glastonbury.
Yeah, Glastonbury.
Then it was Bridgewater. And here today.
Yeah, Mark actually did a presentation at our Bridgewater Roadshow with signing, and we got the whole
so
of the support there.
You can get the link for the Positive People one, so you can put it on yours.
And watch back.
Watch back.
I think we saw a little clip of what happened at Bridgewater earlier, which was great.
Can we still get the clip back when I was doing my talk?
Yeah, I'm sure someone will have that somewhere. We'll make that happen.
Have you got that? Have you got the talk what I did?
Yeah.
Claire, you obviously have been enjoying the tour as well. Have you got any highlights of what's been happening?
Oh my goodness, highlights. Yeah, they've all been fantastic, to be honest, and the support that has been out there and shown out there. So I don't know what the highlight is, Mark, but...
It's probably like the highlight is probably me doing my talk last week.
Of course.
That did go down really well, and it was wonderful to see so many people in the room actually learning some basic sign language and being able to communicate in different ways, and that's what the project is about. It's all about obviously unity in the community. So that's what we really want to promote, and making sure all the providers work together.
And I want to thank on behalf of Plus for you lot be coming here today as well.
Well, we are absolutely delighted that you guys invited us up today. We are really enjoying getting to see people and meet people and come and explore Somerset. It's been lovely. Claire, as well as the fabulous Positive People project, you've also got a project called Engage Somerset.
That's right, yes.
Who've also joined you on some of the tour. Tell us a little bit about this provision.
Engage is a new provision currently we're piloting only in certain catchments areas of Somerset. So there's Chard, Glastonbury and Highbridge, and we're looking at more around health and well-being.
Yeah.
So people that come on to project, it's only running till June currently at the moment, so it's a pilot, and hopefully those people that come on project, they're doing health walks. It's all about sort of social prescribing, so making sure, helping people that are not on medication to get out into the community, get out and walk, dog walking, coming to community cafes, being able to talk to other people. And very inclusive.
And we've got sort of mentioned, because they're not here, the support I get for discovery as well, for finding a job and stuff, and the talking calf, what I do in Bridgewater on Thursdays.
Yeah, so there are some of our specialist providers as well. Discovery, aren't they? One of our specialist providers, and obviously they're supporting Mark as well at the moment.
And so is the talking calf.
Yeah, lots of different things that is accessible throughout the
what we
Somerset area.
need to do is not work against each other. We want to work in
partnership. Absolutely, Mark. Working in partnership, and that's what it's all about, and that's where the Engage project is. We're working in partnership them as well at the moment.
It sounds fab, and there's so much going on up here as well, which is great. It's absolute pleasure, Mark, to meet you, and thank you so much for coming in today, and Claire as well, and your team. Keep up the great work.
We will.
You've kept the sunshine here for us, which is fab as well.
Wonderful day.
Yes.
Day. Yeah.
We're going to head over to the skate park now, I believe, where Pudge is next door. He's found Mandy from Butterflies Counselling. Pudge?
Thank you very much, Nathan. Yes, I am here with Mandy, who is a counsellor of her own practice. Hello, Mandy.
Hiya, nice to meet you.
Thank you very much, and to meet you too. It's lovely to be here, isn't it? It's so much going on. It's all great stuff, and all for well-being.
Yeah, I'm really, really pleased to be invited here today. So yeah, it's lovely to be here talking to you. So thank you.
Fantastic. Now, I understand you've been sort of showing people an activity surrounding gratitude. Can you tell us what the idea is and how it can help?
Yep, so all I've been doing is going around with post-it notes and asking everybody to write down something on the post-it note that they're grateful for, something that makes them feel good. So it's just to change that mindset in the morning. So if you wake up and you're feeling quite negative and you're worried it's not going to be a good day, look at one thing that we're grateful for, and hopefully that for the rest of the day that will step you in the right direction.
And this kind of positive thinking, is it something that if you get into the sort of role with it and you keep doing it, is it something that becomes easier and more natural over time?
Yeah, I think so. I think sometimes if you're not feeling great, actually try and flip that to look at something that we're grateful for, or if we're kind of worried about something, look at something that makes us feel good. I'm going to talk a little bit about that in a moment, if that's all right. Yeah.
So you also work with Positive People. Could you tell us how you go about that?
Yeah, brilliantly. So I've been working with Positive People for about 4 years now, and I absolutely feel really privileged to be part of their team. So clients are referred to me through Positive People, and I will do my best to work with them, and I tailor my approach as much as I possibly can, working with the client's individual needs, because everyone is different. And so it's working with a client using either a phone call, a video call, or seeing them face to face in person. It really is about tailoring my approach to their individual needs, and what might work for one client may not work for another. But it's about using tools and strategies, especially after lockdown, helping people maybe that might be struggling more with social anxiety, helping people to get out more, to feel good, and to do what I can to help improve their confidence and their mental health and well-being.
Fantastic stuff. A very well-rounded approach to sort of all of the different areas you're trying to hit on, really. Is there any way that people can get in contact with you about any of these issues?
Yeah, absolutely. So at Butterflies Counselling, I work also in private practice. So, if people wanted to go on, or if they're on Facebook, then they can find me on Facebook by just putting in Butterflies Counselling, or sort of contact me via Positive People. I would happily help in any way I can. And I work with people through short term and long term. So for some people may just want to come to me for a couple of sessions just to offload and get some tools and strategies. But for some people they may want sort of longer term work. I work in lots of different things. I specialise in young people, addictions and bereavement. So it's doing whatever I can to help improve your mental health and your well-being.
Fantastic. Now, there's obviously quite a stigma a lot of the time for people maybe not feeling comfortable making that step. What would you say to people who maybe need a little bit of a nudge to go and talk to people like yourself about these kind of issues?
I completely agree, and I think what's really important is to, I try really hard to break that stigma, encourage people to talk about how you're feeling. Quite often people will just say, actually, I'm fine, when they're not fine. And it's to reach out and, to find someone that you can talk to, just go for a walk, have a coffee, have a conversation. I generally think that talking does save lives. And the benefit of just talking to someone and actually just saying, do you know what, I'm not fine today. And just being able to, just to talk to someone and do something that makes you feel good. There's lots of things people can do potentially, going for walks, reaching out to people, learning a new skill, or doing something creative, something that just distracts your mind for a short space of time, or something that makes you feel good, whether it's playing your favourite piece of music or doing something that makes you feel good can have so many positives on our mental health and well-being. So definitely talk to somebody, reach out, and if you're not feeling fine, then say you're not feeling fine. And and that's, I would encourage more people to tell people, actually, I'm struggling today, today's not good for me, and that's okay.
Fantastic. Well, Mandy, thank you very much for chatting with me today. We're now going to take a little bit of a manoeuvre back towards a climbing wall, which I've been threatened with a few times, but thankfully, not for the moment at least, I'm not going up. But I'm going to have a little chat now with this gentleman here. Hello.
How's it going, all right?
Yeah, what's your name, and can you tell us a little bit about what's going on here?
My name's Joe, and I am belaying Ella up the climbing wall.
Okay, so yes, we've done a bit of work with Ella already. Ella's actually had me on a skateboard yesterday. That was interesting, to say the least, for me. Give us a little chat about this climbing wall. Does it get much use?
Yeah, it gets a lot of use between the youth clubs and the other groups we have coming in. Sorry, I'm split between two things. I don't want to drop her.
I mean, no, that would be quite bad for the TV right now, wouldn't it? But I mean, wow, quite a skill to go up there, would you say?
Yeah, she's doing well. She's going a bit too fast for my liking.
Do you get many groups coming in to use this wall?
Yeah, we do. We get the after-school clubs, we get home education groups, we get school groups. Pretty much all the young people in the area have probably had an interaction with this climbing wall.
Fantastic. Have you seen sort of personally, like, any kind of change? Has it been a big help to the community? Is it been helpful for the younger people? And is it possible for anyone of any age to come in and use?
Yeah, I mean, any kind of activity, like physical activity, I think is really beneficial, especially with the last 2 years that people have had. It is possible. We do 5-week climbing courses where people can come in and learn how to tie into the ropes, how to do the belaying, practice the climbing, that kind of thing. So there's plenty of opportunities for people to use the climbing wall if they want to.
Fantastic. Now, I was climbing up the bouldering wall upstairs yesterday, and I'm aware that holding yourself up there for a little bit of time does hurt your arms. I'm going to let you get on and let her down now, because I don't want us to see any kind of accident on the way down. Thank you very much for chatting to us. Well, fantastic stuff happening here in the Minehead Eye. We're going to go to a quick break now, but don't go anywhere, because we've got more coming for you soon.
welcome back. Thank you very much for sticking with us. You're watching Chaos TV. We're here live in Somerset at Minehead today as part of the Plus Positive People Somerset Wellbeing Roadshow, and it's the final. It's the last stop on the tour today, and we've been talking to some amazing people and getting to know what's on offer here in Somerset and the fantastic work that the teams have been doing. Today we've been focusing mostly on well-being, and you could say that having digital skills can contribute to our well-being, and we all want to be able to access services easily and make it stress-free. So it's really is becoming increasingly important that people have those digital skills, or perhaps they just need access to the right equipment. I'm very pleased to welcome my final guest on the sofa this afternoon, Chloe Penfold from Cosmic and Annette Bond. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
How are you guys doing? You've been enjoying the sunshine?
Yes, I am.
Is it always like this in Somerset?
Usually, sometimes.
I mean, yeah, if we're by the sea, it's a good excuse for it to be sunny, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. You definitely brought the weather with you today, so thank you. First of all, Chloe, tell us a little bit about Cosmic, for people who maybe don't know about Cosmic. You're a partner with the Positive People Project here in Somerset.
Yeah, so Cosmic are a social enterprise. We're based in East Devon, but we've been a part of the Positive People Project since its inception in 2017. So yeah, Cosmic's focus is all about digital inclusion, so digital skills for individuals or for businesses. We do tech support, website design, digital consultancy, the whole shebang. But with Positive People, it's focused on individual support, exactly what they need to be able to reach their goals of work or volunteering, training, the like. And it's a lovely job because we kind of get to focus on what the individuals need, and give them the skills that are going to help them on their way.
I imagine busy few years for you guys.
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah, it's been a busy few years, and trying to adapt to being able to deliver it remotely, as well as we've relied on being sat next to people for a long time, which is one way of teaching, but transferring that to Zoom and Teams was a learning curve for us, but also a learning curve for our participants.
I guess the pandemic and lockdown and the kind of change in the employment sector has really highlighted the kind of need for that digital upskilling and inclusion. What would you say are some of the common barriers and challenges faced by people when it comes to digital skills and technology?
Yeah, well, what you said earlier about access is probably the biggest thing. It's either current access and maybe not having a Wi-Fi connection or a phone that's going to, or a laptop that's going to kind of last them. But also we noticed that where there hasn't been the opportunity to learn technology so far, because there's obviously only certain generations that have had the benefit of being able to learn it at school, so that becomes a big barrier in itself, because you kind of learn what you need to know and can get by, but as soon as you're thrown into the job market, you've got a whole load of other skills you might need to even just apply for work. So it's kind of building those functional skills and that confidence to give it a go on their own with that support.
And we've been talking a lot about well-being today. Of course, this is the Wellbeing tour. Can you give us some examples of some of the activities that Cosmic have been doing?
Yeah, so we've been involved in the online courses that Positive People run, Empowering Women and Steps to Success, and those are all about finding different ways to build confidence and improve well-being, and we do sessions in those about how to develop new skills using online tools, so they're good fun. And then taking it into the real world, last year we were running some activities with the Quantock Landscape Partnership Scheme and did some walks with them across the Quantock Hills, learning about photography and digital photography. Nice. So that was nice, get to see the lovely scenery. They would introduce all the landmarks to them, and then we'd teach them how to take a good photo. And then we'd follow up with an online workshop the following week about editing them, making them look fancy and kind of attractive. So yeah, do a real mixture.
Lovely. Annette, thank you so much for joining us today on Chaos TV. How did you find out about Cosmic? You've been working with these guys.
I started going to Rachel first, then Louisa took over. Got to meet up, and
yeah, it was through Positive People, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. They were good people, people I can talk to and supportive.
And what were some of the kind of main challenges you felt that you faced? What were your barriers with kind of technology?
Well, I would say that it was mainly just confidence and having the opportunity to do it.
Yeah, opportunity to do things that I couldn't do before, like use tablet, smartphone, things like that.
Yeah.
And now I can do all of it.
Yeah.
And I've done it, in a couple of months. It's been absolutely marvellous. And it's absolutely with Chloe, really.
And how's that helped? Do you feel more confident online and doing things?
I could do things. I'm more happier doing it now. Yeah. I can get on there and thinking, oh my God, I'm struggling, whatever. And now it's just nothing. I can sort of press the buttons and get on with it.
Yeah.
I feel great.
Was there anything that when you started you really wanted to achieve, or that you're working towards, or that you've done?
I did. And it's mainly a tablet and a phone, because then I can speak to the kids, my grandchildren. See them on there, and it just lights my eyes up when I do it.
Yeah.
I can know how to do it, press those buttons, thinking, there they are. It's fantastic. I've never done it before. Now I can see them.
And having that communication, I guess, as help you feel more connected, it feeds back into Wellbeing.
Yeah.
Well, it is, yeah. And what I've learned is fantastic.
Brilliant.
And if I didn't have Chloe, I don't think I would have been here for it.
So highly recommended.
It is highly recommended. Yes.
And have you got any advice for anybody who might be watching this today, who might be nervous?
It's a good idea if what I went through and they're the same, please go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Because it's the best thing to do. And even my husband's noticed the difference. What I can do on the phone, tablet. Oh, you can do it. Yeah. Do not need no help.
Great stuff. And Chloe, any kind of advice? I mean, just kind of echoing really there, but
yeah, I think it's. I think lots of people are scared about technology, but knowing there are services like ours available, where we can sit down next to each other, one-to-one over a coffee, and learn what you need rather than what you've been told to learn. We also try and tie that learning around interests and hobbies, so knowing that Annette wanted to connect with her family a lot more, video calling was a really good way of introducing that, and now there's options for her to engage with online training if she wants to, because now she's got those skills for that. So it can be scary, but we've got a lovely team of people that can help you. That's the important bit.
Fantastic.
Great stuff. And Annette, you can add TV star to your CV now as well.
I'm a star.
Chloe, Annette, thank you so much for joining us on Chaos TV, and obviously keep up the great work. It sounds like it's a really valuable resource here in Somerset.
Fantastic.
Great
Thank
stuff.
you.
So that's nearly it from us today. A big thank you to all of our guests who have joined us on the sofa and, of course, out in the skate park. I hope you've really enjoyed the show. It's been an absolute pleasure being here in Somerset in the sunshine. Before we go, though, I think Pudge is with Charlie Mcfarlane to check in on his finished artwork, because we've been watching that all afternoon. Let's take a look.
Thank you very much, Nathan. Yes, I am indeed here with Charlie Mcfarlane. Look at this artwork, just to start off with. It's fantastic. And he's still going as well. Charlie, could you tell us a little bit, how have you come to this point? How much have you got to go, do you think?
I'm pretty much finished now. I'm just neating it up, making it as neat as I like to have it, which is always the finishing touches. I've added some cracks to just prove that you can stay positive through the cracks of life.
I do love that. I love I don't know how you've managed it. How have you managed such perfect sort of round parts of the heart? That's something that gets me.
Plenty of practice.
How are you feeling about the end result of this one?
Very positive. I've enjoyed today.
Fantastic stuff. Well, there we go. And hello, Nathan. As if by magic, I'm going to pass over to you now.
Thank you, my friend. Cutbacks here. We can only afford one microphone.
Oh, well then, yeah, that's how it goes, isn't it?
Have you had a good day?
It's been great. Met a lot of people, a lot of positive people, and of course that's the main point of today, isn't it?
And isn't it been great to come up to Somerset and just really see what's happening here on the Positive People team, meet some of the people in person and some of the amazing resources they've got here?
Absolutely. It's very easy to get sort of holed in our own county in Cornwall and forget all the wonderful stuff that's being done outside where it needs to be done. Today is just one final stop on a massive bit of proof of that.
Well, that is it from us here in Minehead at the Minehead Eye. A big thank you to everybody who's taken part in the show today and who's come along. If you want to catch up on any of this, you can watch it back at watchchaos.tv in about 20 minutes' time. And don't forget to follow us, Chaos TV UK, across social with any information. And if you want to get in touch with us about anything you've seen today, you can drop us an email, hello@thisischaos.co.uk. Shameless plug, it is Chaos TV's second birthday today. Whoop. Nice. So stay tuned. We are going to be doing a special hour coming up next, celebrating some of our favourite moments. But from everybody here in Minehead and the Plus Positive People team, a big thank you for having us. We'll see you again soon.